Hi, ChatGPT. I'm doing a capture of the people that I met today. So there are two people I want to remember. One is, it's like all here, and it will reply to me.
Yes, this is a lovely capture. What stands out is that today had a very warm hospitality plus self-expression thread.
And then Notion is now connected. Super easy, right? There's a saying, your net worth is your network. And there's more than enough conferences and events you wanted to go. You always meet interesting people. But here's the thing. I don't think it's how many people you've met. It's how you follow up 48 hours later. Because the people you get to follow up and build a relationship on top of that is the real net worth. I'm sure you have been in the same place. Went to a conference, you met a lot of people. You say that you are gonna follow up, but somewhere along the line, something will got into the way that you will forget. It has happened to me so many times before. And today in this video, I'm gonna share my exact workflow, how I use ChatGPT and Notion to help me follow up. I went to this conference recently and then I bumped into someone after it, and then he's like, you know, you meet so many people, I don't even remember who says what. And it's just so difficult. Here's the thing, we're human beings. We have a limit of the people that we can remember. What we're really good at is actually to pick up the context and create the systems for ourselves to be able to follow up with these people and remember them no matter where we go. My workflow is usually I have a complete new chat about this specific event. So I will put all the info into the chat, and then if you can also upload the information of the people who are willing to share, you'll be able to see who is the person that's most relevant to you. Of course, use your own judgment because AI can never replace who you are as a person, and depending on how much AI know about you, it might not be able to help. So usually I have that and I'm super ready, and I will go to events. And right after I miss someone, I will have a messy voice note. I meet this person, A, B, C, and D. Also tell the specific check, this is just like a periodic capture. Don't give me all the summaries. We're gonna come back to that by the end of the day. And then afterwards, it will summarize the memory hook, which is the most important, because then it will be very easy for me to recall how we met, what did we talk about, and the next time it's also helpful for the next person, for the people that you want to build a relationship with, to build a bonding with you, because that is what sets you apart. And then finally, I'm gonna ask the AI to drop it into Notion, and then I will set up the reminders on Notion. First thing first is the capturing. The capturing can be really messy, and you just need to give it enough context. For example, this morning I went to an event downstairs of a restaurant opening. I'm gonna just talk it through on my ChatGPT. Hi ChatGPT, I'm doing a capture of the people that I met today. So there are two people I want to remember. One is Will. Will is the chef of the newly opened restaurant. I really like the restaurant. We talk about my YouTube journey, a lot of the restaurant I've been to, and also how much I like a restaurant that's being friendly and offer a place of good hospitality to people. Their food is locally produced and sourced and produced, and it's really lovely breakfast. I especially love the mushroom. And they're opening next week, so I'm looking forward to go back to them. And during the breakfast, I also met another lady. Let's call her Michelle. So Michelle is a researcher in a university, and then she just recently become self-employed. She's very interested in me creating content. She's like, oh, how do you get over the fear of speaking to the camera? She's also interested in climate change. So I shared some of the book with her, and also shared tiny experiments with her to say it might be difficult to start, but if you treat it as an experiment, I'm sure you as a scientist, you'll be able to understand. And we said that we're gonna follow up. I also invited her to some of the future events. So this is my messy capture of today. And then I'm gonna put it into ChatGPT. It's like all here. It will reply to me.
Yes, this is a lovely capture. What stands out is that today had a very warm hospitality plus self-expression thread. Will creating a restaurant that makes people feel welcomed, and Michelle thinking about how to start sharing her own voice through content. Here's a cleaned up version you can save. Hack people capture. Will, chef/newly opened restaurant. Met Will, the chef at a newly opened restaurant I really liked. What stood out? The restaurant felt genuinely warm and hospitable.
That's basically what it is. And then now I have that, I will be able to pass it on into my CRM. And this is the place I wanted to share an upgraded connector with ChatGPT, because last year, you see the video here, it was really popular. I show how I connect ChatGPT with Notion using the ChatGPT app on Mac. In the past, how you do with Notion is you open an app that's a desktop app on Mac. You can only work at one time with this specific page. For example, I have my Notion next to it. and this is a CRM follow-up database that I created for this, and then you add on this, then it's gonna be just on the database. And of course you can add some other stuff, but are all just on your desktop and you cannot do anything else at the same time. Actually now use less and less often of this desktop app because of how much more difficult it is for it to use. Recently, because I connected Claude with Notion and some other connectors, I went back to ChatGPT and see whether I can do the same thing. And I actually can. So now I'll show you exactly how I do it. First thing is you need to go to ChatGPT, of course, if you have an account. And I believe this function is available to anyone. For the sake of this video, I have disconnected my Notion account, Notion connector, so I can show you. First of all, go to, I think, settings, and then you have all these settings here. I'm not going through each one of them, but every now and then they change a little bit, but it also depends on how often do you use it. Sometimes you can go back and check whenever they have an upgrade, but I think you need to stop chasing all of these upgrades from these AI tools because they just upgrade so often. And right now it's actually in apps. Here, you see, you also have important changes, like ask only before important changes. But if you're more cautious or you want it to be more mindful, that you can definitely do always ask or ask before making changes. Now I have all of these apps. I have Gmail already, Google Calendar, Contacts, Gmail, Google Drive, and Spotify. I actually have never used Spotify on ChatGPT. I don't know what it's gonna use. So now you can add more. Here is where you can add the apps. So we do Notion, let's say, here. And you can click connect. And then it will ask you to add Notion to ChatGPT. You can do all sorts of things. Then I'll sign in. I'll say, yeah, continue. And then Notion is now connected. Super easy, right? Super easy. And then you can start a chat. That's it. Because we're already connected to Notion, I'm gonna go here to say, I want to create a CRM follow-up database on Notion with these information. Turn a messy note into something you can actually act on. You're helping me remember someone I just met, so I can follow up meaningfully. Below is a messy note that I took. Because not below is attached, it's the messy note that I took after meeting them. It might be incomplete, misspelled, or stream of consciousness. But yeah, do that. This is my note as attached. And afterwards, can you also create the database for me to meaningfully follow up on Notion? Because I already have this Notion page in place, I will just copy this. It's very easy because once you connect Notion as a connector, ChatGPT can access to it for you. Here's the page. Right now, ChatGPT have different efforts. The intelligence starts from instant, medium, high, extra high. I think for this purpose, high is enough. Okay, now let's go. Since I allow ChatGPT to use Notion, so you actually, I would say always allowed. It's high risk, but now for the sake of demonstrating, I will just use that. I can change that back later, and then we can see how it looks like right now. Okay, now it's done. 1 minute and 30 seconds, not too bad. I created a Notion database called People I've Met inside your CRM follow-up page and added the first two contacts. Will, surname unknown, Michelle, surname unknown. Yeah, great. It creates a database here. People I've met. These are the two people. Follow up this week, follow up at timing, follow up at calendar. It's not bad. How about these? This is only 34 seconds. You know, once it creates a workflow, it just becomes faster and faster. And now it has all of these. And then we can go back to see the people I've met. A relationship CRM for remembering who matter to someone and follow up warmly, specifically, and non-generically. So now I have all of these. Each one of them I can open. It has the created follow-up status plan and cares about founders who can show traction. And what matters to them is also important, right? Where do we meet? And each one of them, it gives you a reason to remember them. It gives you a reason to follow up with them. And then it gives you a reason to amplify the relationship that you built. In my real CRM, I believe now I have hundreds of people because of what I was doing at the beginning of a new season of the Bite Size Climate Tech podcast. So I was trying to reach out to everyone I know. And not until then did I realize how important it is to capture the people that you know in life. because sometimes we met so many people, we just cannot keep track of so many of them. So I also want to show you my networking copilot, a tool that I developed on my own platform, Day Zero Production. It's exactly because of sometimes it's just very difficult to remember people. Let's say I met Michelle, breakfast tasting today at the new restaurant near my membership club. What stood out? She's curious and wants to start creating content for herself. She also knows some people working in the breakfast club I'm hosting and other follow-up events. Maybe see her another time at the club. So let's say we follow up on the next Friday, and then this is follow 1 week. Can do community, general, and then you can save a contact. I will be able to generate 2 types of follow-up, which is easily done because I didn't add the LinkedIn or email. Once I add that, actually, whenever I do this, it will be able to automatically create a draft as well. And here, I mentioned that it was such a great treat sharing that breakfast spread with you this morning. I'm still thinking about those pastries. Of course, you can change it because we didn't eat, like, let's say, toast. Hearing about your itch to start creating your own content really resonated with me. There's something so exciting about finally finding your own voice online. Blah, blah, blah. LinkedIn is a shorter version. Then I can just easily copy it. I think for most of the time, we're just getting too much hold up in our head, especially when me, for example, English is a second language for me. Is at the beginning, every single time I want to draft something, it's just difficult. It's difficult in the sense that not that I couldn't draft it, but it's difficult in the sense that I'm always afraid of making a mistake and how I can put the messy thoughts together into thoughtful reply. So this is so much easier. I loved hearing about your interest in content creation and your climate tech connections. I'm hosting a breakfast club soon and would love to have you there. So this is simple and easy, and then I can either copy the draft or I can, after I add the LinkedIn URL, it would definitely just go there, and then you can save a draft to contact, or I can mark as sent. If it's marked as sent, then it's gonna be saying like this. For the next step, you can also create follow-up. So this is the tool that I use for myself, which is my networking copilot. I put a link here for people who want to try it out. It's completely free. After you create an account, you can save up to 15 contacts. And then if you want to do more, you can definitely just keep using it. All of these systems and workflows is great. It helps us when we are actually in motion. However, I do feel like the most important thing for networking or creating your own net worth is having something to actually follow up on. You cannot always say, oh, by the way, I want to have a coffee. And have a coffee for what, right? That's why I always have events that I can invite interesting people to follow up with them another time. I will always keep in mind what they're after and who they wanted to meet so that I can make a thoughtful introduction. And usually when people were introduced to another contact, they will really appreciate the effort that you make and putting their interests in mind. And I think that's really helpful. Like a good networking outcome should be someone who met you for the first time but remember you will be willing to make an introduction in the future. This is my workflow. I want to share with you all the descriptions and templates and also the Notion database. I will also put it down below. You can use these as a way to make your life easier, not using AI to replace who you are as a person. I'll see you in the next video.